is an educational and relaxing video. I will be giving you information, and at the end of the video, I will ask you one question, and I want you to answer it to your best ability. Without further ado, let's get into this. First, let me give you an introduction. Dihydrogen monoxide, also known as DHMO, is a colorless, odorless chemical compound that is often overlooked despite its potential risks. Also known as dihydrogen oxide, hydrogen hydroxide, or hydric acid, DHMO contains the reactive hydroxyl radical, a molecule that can alter DNA, affect proteins, damage cell membranes, and interfere with important neurotransmitters. Interestingly, the same atomic compounds found in DHMO are also present in substances such as sulfuric acid, nitroglycerin, and ethyl alcohol, all of which are known for their hazardous properties. These connections raise questions about the continued, unregulated use of DHMO in everyday life. Now, should you worry about DHMO? Yes, concern about dihydrogen monoxide is very justified. While it isn't officially classified as toxic or carcinogenic by agencies like the CDC, DHMO is often found in hazardous materials, pollutants, and even in agents linked to disease. In fact, exposure to only small amounts can be fatal. Public awareness studies reflect this concern. Research by U.S. scientist Nathan Zahner showed that about 96% of people supported banning DHMO, and similar studies found that nearly 90% are willing to sign petitions against it. These findings highlight the growing need for people to take a closer look at the potential dangers of this widely used but misunderstood substance. What is it used in? Well, it is commonly used in nuclear power plants, and it is found in hazardous material. It is also used as an industrial solvent, and you can find it being used in the development of genetically engineering crops and animals. You can also find it being used in spray-on fire retardant, used in pesticide production and distribution. It is a major ingredient in many homemade bombs, and it is often used in biological and chemical weapon manufacturing. Now, what are some pros of this chemical? It is commonly used as a food and produce decontaminant. It is used in cough medicines and other liquid pharmaceuticals. You can also find it being used as an additive to food products. This includes jarred baby food, baby formula, and even soup and carbonated beverages. Now, some cons. These are only some of DHMO's cons. It can be very deadly in extremely small amounts. In fact, just inhaling a little bit of it can kill you. Historically, it has been used for torture in many different ways. It has been linked to numerous health risks, as it can damage DNA, proteins, cells, and interfere with brain functions. It is a major component of acid rain. The gas version of DHMO can cause severe burns, and prolonged exposure to solid DHMO can cause severe tissue damage. That's very alarming stuff right there. You can even overdose off DHMO. In fact, you may not always recognize that you've been a victim to DHMO overdose, so here are some signs and symptoms to look for. If you do suspect dihydrogen monoxide overdose, or if you exhibit any of these symptoms, you should consult with your physician or medical practitioner. The data presented here is provided for informational purposes only, and in no way should be construed as medical advice of any sort. Some symptoms of accidental dihydrogen monoxide overdose include excessive sweating, excessive urination, a bloated feeling, nausea, vomiting, electrolyte imbalance, degeneration of sodium homeostasis, and more. A little fun fact is a recently noted medical phenomenon involves small amounts of DHMO leaking or oozing from the corner of the eyes as a direct result of causes such as foreign particle irritation, allergic reactions like anaphylactic shock, and sometimes severe chemical depression. Now, you may be wondering, how can I minimize these risks? Unfortunately, there is a lot you can do to minimize these dangers. First, use common sense whenever you are dealing with any product or food that you may feel is contaminated with DHMO. Evaluate the relative danger and act accordingly. Keep in mind that in many instances, low levels of dihydrogen monoxide contamination are not dangerous at all, and in fact, they are virtually unavoidable. Always remember the responsibility for your safety, and the safety of your family lies with you. Second, exercise caution when there is potential for accidental inhalation or indigestion of DHMO. If you feel uncomfortable, remove yourself from a dangerous situation. It's better to be safe than sorry. And third, do not panic. Although the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide are very real, exercising caution and common sense, you can rest assured knowing that you are doing everything possible to keep you and your family safe. Now, it is time for the closing question. The closing question is, in your opinion, do you think that DHMO should be banned? I'll give you a couple seconds to just think about this really fast. Think about everything we went over, its pros, its cons. If you need to, you can rewatch some of the video to get your final answer locked in. Alright, so now that you have your final answer, let me reveal what this substance is. Surprisingly, the hydrogen monoxide is nothing more than your everyday water. It is the same substance that we drink, bathe in, and depend on every day. All the alarming information about these dangers is technically true, but intentionally presented out of context to sound frightening. This serves as an important reminder to always, always, always research a topic fully before forming an opinion or making a decision. Information can be very misleading sometimes, especially when it's only partially explained. Critical thinking is the best tool we have to separate fact from fear. I would just like to thank you all for watching this video. It means a lot to me, and hopefully you've learned a little bit from it, because as we've explained and discovered, the hydrogen monoxide, or DHMO, is simply just water. It's a harmless and essential part of everyday life. There is no danger to worry about, but this is an example of how easily information can sound alarming out of context. I hope that this video helped you relax and learn something new. Remember to always look a little deeper before making your mind. Stay thoughtful and take care. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing rest of your day or your night. Remember, stay safe. Don't do nothing stupid. And there's always somebody out there for you.